Do you know where you are? It's so important for us to move forward in life, move towards our heart's desires, to be able to really look at and acknowledge exactly where we are at this moment in time. Acknowledge all the shit that we've got going on inside, and start to learn to accept it fully, accept the responsibility for where you are in your life. The philosophy that I live my life by and what I live through is reality is neutral. And it's our thoughts that create our reality. And if that's true, then it's not the world that's the problem. It's simply the way that we're looking at the world, which is a problem. And often the way we're looking at the world is formulated from ideas and beliefs that we have picked up along the way, either from witnessing or from being told. So we've got these subconscious ideas about reality, which affect the way we see reality. It's like having a certain set of glasses on, and that's the only way that we're perceiving. And if that were true, just try it on for a minute, then as a possibility, there are many other glasses that we can pick up and try on. So maybe the truth of where you are right now is that we're looking through a lens of disappointment. Everyone's always so disappointing. Nobody's ever doing what they're meant to be doing. And that's the way we're seeing the world. That's the way we're coming into it. That's what we witness, because it comes from us. Have a think about it. You can put 1,000 people in a room and get them to witness an event, and no two people would give the same rendition of that event. And nobody would be wrong. We're all carrying our own truth. And so once we've really been able to sit down and acknowledge, okay, this is my life. It's been created from the way that I view things, from the subconscious thoughts, from the recycled thoughts that are running around in my own mind. And from there we can start to create a different story, pick up some different glasses. Pick up the glasses that are acknowledging of the beautiful things in the world, most of us, and myself included, for 34 years, I would be looking out in the world for problems. I've shared this before. I was always focusing on what I didn't want and these things, and that's what I talk about and complain about. I was very critical. I was very judgmental. And my world felt pretty small and limited. I don't know if I would have used that word at that time. Certainly I was depressed at times, clinically, and disconnected and unhappy. And I was looking out the way for things that could make that feel better. And I found relief at various points in time through various different methods. And the distractions worked for a while, but I wasn't going anywhere. That innate sense of disconnect, that innate sense of anxiety, of loneliness, just followed me around. And then I learned that I could choose some different glasses. I could take responsibility for the way that I was feeling and make some different choices. I could show compassion to myself and to those around me. I stopped looking out of the lens of the I, right? Looking out into the world and only really considering how the actions of others were impacting me and how the world was impacting me in my life and making it hard. And one day I stopped. I got a shock. And from that shock, life led me to a teacher, a guide, a coach, who taught me a different way of being. A way of being empowered. A way of being truthful. And from that truthfulness comes a trust in yourself, which is really beautiful. To stop looking outside for validation and even for connection, but to be it, to consider the things that are going to be most beneficial for you, knowing that actually that is the greatest service to your family and your friends and everyone around you. Actually, be the change you want to see in the world, right? So, do you know where you are right now? Are you able to look at it and be with it and start to make steps towards refocusing your thoughts, refocusing the mind, and changing the way you see the world? There's a Wayne Dyer quote that's on the tip of my tongue. When you change the way you look at things, what you look at changes. So we're expecting the outside world to change so that we can change the inside, and it's the other way around. And I'm laughing because it took 34 years for me to discover that, to start to discover it, and I'm discovering it more and more all of the time. So yeah, if you would like some support in looking at where you are, hi Buster, okay, then reach out, get in touch. Thanks, honey. Yeah, and yeah, we can look at it together, and we can look at what you love to create. Got distracted by my dog. I'll leave it there. Love you very much, and see you soon.